Hi guys, V here. I am here with my second part of my Elegant Embellishments design team project. And this is for the month of April. Let's see. Remember to use code Virginia5 all uppercase for a discount in the store. And I will put the link to Elegant Embellishments down below in the description box, as well as a link to all of the designers. So I could not decide which one of these I wanted to actually show in this video. Normally we do 2 projects per month, and it is the 2 projects, but there's an extension to it to finish it all off. So you'll have to come back and check that out in order to see the rest. And I know it's a little blurry. I'm so sorry. It'll focus here in just a minute. So I have decided to share with you the pink and not this one. So I'm going to turn that around so that you have to come back to see it. Okay, so for here the pink. Okay, let me start off with the back. As of right now, there's nothing there. We're just going to call this a wall hanging, even though it's not a wall hanging. But on this, what I did was I covered batting, and I think I did a 5 by 8. So 5 inches across, 8 inches down. And what I did was I covered the batting with the lace. And then on top of that, I covered it with fairy wing material. And then in my stash, I just used this eyelet trim to go all around the wall hanging. Now, if you're not familiar with fairy wing material, this is what I call fairy wing material. It reminds me of fairy wings. And it's a tool, a sparkly tool. And it's not even a tool because it melts. It's almost like a fiber instead of well, tool's a material, but it is almost like a fiber instead. I know when I put hot glue on it, it melts quick. So what I did on top of the front side, and I did put the lace on the front, the back, and the fairy wing material on the front and the back. But I only put the white on the back. On the front of this, I added this pretty salmon color pink. Then I did this pink. And then I did this white. And these were all from my stash. And what did I do with my bag? Oh, did I put it back in there? I did. One. Okay. So let me show you what items I did use. We got these pretty iridescent bling centers. So I used 2 of them. Let me pull this out. Thank goodness I ordered more of this because I ran out very quickly. I used up almost all my stash for from the embellishment kit for this month. So I used that, and then I also used this, and I used up all of this, so thank goodness I got more. That is so pretty. It's so dainty. I love it. And then I'm so glad I got more of the fairy wing material. Oops. That's what I've been calling it, because to me it reminds me of fairy wings. I know it's got a little wrinkled, but, and it's got the pearls in the center. So I used that. And when I went to do, I had a little piece of that left over, but I had dyed it purple blue. So I couldn't use it in this one. But I had exactly 3 of the little pieces left. They were connected. I disconnected them. So on top of the wall hanging, I had this in my stash, and it kind of curved. And it reminded me of a crown. So that is the fairy crown. And what I did was, these little flowers were on an extension down here. I snipped all of that off, and then I snipped out the flowers, and I put them, well, first I put the little fairy wing trim in the corners, and then the middle, and then in between I put the little flowers. On top of the thing, I snipped off the pearls, and I put this rosette from my stash. As you can see right there, she says, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And so that's where I put the little bling pieces. Come on, there you go. And as you can see in the photo, she's sprinkling fairy dust. So along from this corner to this corner is where I put this really delicate trim. It's so pretty. Come on, focus. There you go. So all along down here. And then for the on top of that, I use this knitted flower trim from my stash. And as you can see, I think I said it, I used different colors of pink. For the photo itself, again, I did put batting behind it. So it's a little puffy. She's got fairy dust all over her. And then right there is where I use that trim from Elegant Embellishments. And then I just use some of this trim from my stash. And this trim right here, I cut these little individual knots out. And I put them down below. And you'll see that in just a minute. On top of that, oh, one more thing. You know the fairies, they love to collect found things. Especially Tinkerbells. So, I see that the fairies have been sticking in and hiding their found things. So throughout the page, there are found items. On top of the picture, I used my own pink butterfly and then my own white from my stash. And it comes with pearls. And I did the same thing here. And I see that they have another domino back there, a found item. Let me start with down here. Dee was so sweet to share with me some of this dangle trim in white. So there's a piece of that there. And then there is, I took this from my stash. And it was already dyed that color. I took it off of a shirt. So I used that, and then there's where I put the little knots from that trim. The candy trim. And then on top of that, I hope you can see this. Dee shared with me some more. Oops, it got stuck. It glued. Oh well. She shared with me some more of that white trim. And so it's on top. On top of that, I have this real pretty, it's in the shape of a V. It's a collar piece. And I took this off of a shirt and it sparkles so pretty. And it was already pink. So I added that right there in the center. On top of that, I added a butterfly trim that I cut apart individual butterflies, and then another pink flower on top of it and another white one. And I just love the way that looks. Now, I think there might be a fairy nearby. They say if you hear the jingle of a bell or a faint little laughter, there's probably fairies around. I don't know about you guys. Can you hear that jingle? So what I did was I had these strawberry jingle bells. I had ordered them from China. And he sent me the wrong thing. He sent me these strawberries. And so I notified him to let me know because he sent me 10 of them. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with strawberry jingle bells? Well, I'm glad because he didn't want them back. He did send me what I ordered, but he told me to keep them. And so I've had them forever, and I found the perfect little area to use them. On the center right here, I've done a flower cluster. And as you can see, the flower fairy's been around dusting fairy dust all over the place. And it looks like, oh, there's some other rosette flowers inside of there. And I see that they've tucked away some more found items. So there's a key. And there is a pocket watch that's been covered in fairy dust. I just love it. Oh, and right in the center is the bottle of fairy dust. So far, the purple has purple fairy dust. The pink has pink fairy dust. And as you saw, there's a little bit of green. But I'll let you come back and see that. So there is my, for now, wall hanging. I hope that you all like it. And remember to go to the store Virginia uppercase 5 for a discount at Elegant Embellishments on Zibbit. And remember to go and check out all of the other designers for the month of April. Again, we have the sweet and wonderful Jeanette, who is designing this month with Elegant Embellishments. So a lot of you know who she is, but if you don't, go check her out, and the links will be down below. And subscribe and say hello. So I'll give you one more little up close. I love the fairy dust she's sprinkling. And I thought it was really appropriate. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. I just made, I found some quotes on Pinterest. And a bunch of them I didn't like, and some of them I liked, and some of them I tweaked a little bit by throwing in a couple of different words. But I thought that was wonderful. So there is my little so-called wall hanging for now. I hope we'll talk with you all later. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.